Alright, so how I got my license. I got my license online. There's a lot of different ways to get your license. A lot of people will do the traditional route, classroom route. I realized since high school that setting and that environment wasn't for me. I sucked at high school. And I knew that if I was gonna be in that setting, I wasn't gonna pay attention at all. I already knew and heard from other people, other realtors, that getting your license and the process of it was super boring and very long and very dry. I already set my expectations from the very get-go. I didn't want to be in a classroom environment. I didn't want to be in an environment where I was gonna have to go at somebody else's pace. I wanted to go at my own pace. So I decided to go online to trainagents.com, and I'll tag my referral code here. That way you guys could use it. But I went to trainagents.com and it was actually only $400 to get my courses. It came with no books. I was probably supposed to get books. Maybe I was, I don't know. But I had no books. I think one of the biggest things for me, know why you're doing it and do it for the right reason. Well, know why you're doing it. Why do you want to be a realtor? Is it just because you watched a couple of shows on $1 Million Listing? You saw Ryan Serhant close a $28 million deal and you're trying to be a realtor in El Paso? Are you trying to do it for other reasons? Are you trying to do it for, financially, or do you have family that's in real estate that, has shown you ropes, or you've seen it your whole life? Why are you doing it and what's the reason? And those are the most important things, because real estate is one of the hardest things I've just done, period, in my life. I've done a lot of different things, and getting my license was one of the hardest things mentally. Not physically, not anything else, but mentally, it's very straining, it's very demanding. And there's so many times in that process where you're gonna feel like giving up. To kind of sum it up, I got my license online. Within 32 days, I finished my courses. There's 6 different courses that you have to finish. And within 32 days, I finished all those courses. Now to date, been a realtor for 1.5 years now. To date, I haven't met one other realtor that has done it in that time frame. I'm not saying I'm a freaking genius, because I really honestly thought I wasn't prepared when I went to go take my test. What I can tell you that I did differently from other people that have taken 6 months and a year to get their license is I really set the right expectation. One, I knew it was gonna be boring, I knew it was gonna be dry, but I dedicated and had enough discipline to set the time to study at my own pace. I didn't want to study at somebody else's pace. I wanted to go full speed. So I was doing 8 to 10 hours a day at Starbucks, super caffeined up, and just running through these courses. So in 32 days I finished. You finish your courses. There's 6 different courses that you have to take. Then you have to take your state and national exam. So I did that. I took my state and national exam. Lucky for me, and again, this is a story that I haven't really heard too much, I passed my state and national my first try. And I really went in with the expectation that I wasn't prepared, but I left with the feeling that the test was a little too easy for what I prepared for. But I was really happy with the results. I kind of put that bar really high for me, and I knew that it was going to take a lot of time for me to dedicate into this craft, and I was able to pass my first time. Now, there's a lot of times, and pretty much I would say probably 8 out of 10 times, you're not going to pass your first time in your state or your national test. And I'm just setting the expectation right. And it might not take you 32 days to finish your courses, It could take you 6 months, it could take you a year and a half. I know people that have been doing it for 2 years. Setting the right expectation, but also knowing how much discipline it's gonna take to actually go through those courses, those dry courses, and really put your 100% into it. I think as long as you have that right expectation, you'll be able to pass. But just know that if you don't pass your first time, there's unlimited amounts of time you can take this test. You're gonna have to take a couple more, lessons or schooling if you fail it a couple of times in a row. But don't stop. I know too many people that have gone throughout the entire course of the school, and then when they get to the state and national, fail it 2 times, 3 times, and then have their tail in between their legs and never try again. Don't let that be you. Don't go that far and just quit. The only way that you could fail in real estate is if you quit. And I'll just say that for sure. Like, if you quit, that's the only way you're not gonna make it. And I could tell you too, and this is gonna be hard for some of you to swallow, but if you quit on that, and if you quit that soon, you weren't cut out to be a realtor. Because being a real estate agent is tough. It's really tough. You're faced with so much rejection throughout the day. You see so much failure and you see so many times where you invest your own money and time and get no return of investment. You know, those are things that real estate agents go through all the time. And if you can't get past that test part, then maybe, you know, maybe real estate isn't for you. But if you can, and if you have thick enough skin to not put your tail in between your legs, but to go forward and reschedule your test, you know, and keep going until you pass, then I think real estate, and people like that don't quit, I think real estate is for you. I think you'll do great in real estate if you do put the work and time into it. But I got my real estate license online. It cost me $400 to create a career for myself that has allowed me to become financially independent. It's allowed me to become financially independent because I put in the time and the work after I got my license. So that work that you're putting into getting your license, it doesn't stop there. That's the easiest part of real estate, is getting your license, which is to some people the hardest part, but that's the easiest part. Once you have your license, that's when shit's real, you know? That's when you're a fucking realtor. That's when you have to, you know what you're doing and know where to go. So if you guys do want to know where to go, what steps to take after you get your license, click on the link below and you guys will be able to see, you know, what it really takes to get your first couple deals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.